There is an eerie tradition in this small town. Only walking backwards into the house can bring good luck. However, the man didn't care. He casually walked into the house. At that moment, all the electronic devices in the town began to malfunction. The radio stations were randomly jumping. The light bulbs kept flickering. Even the animals in the town became unusually restless. Then the entire area's power grid suddenly collapsed. At that time, the residents didn't pay much attention. They thought it was just a simple power outage. But after the power company checked, they found that the equipment in the entire area was still functioning normally. In the evening, a once-in-a-century colorful sunset appeared over the town. Then the power was restored. The horses in the stable suddenly became extremely frightened. They all tried to flee the town. Meanwhile, the colorful clouds in the sky formed a whirlpool. It suddenly shot down toward the ground. The entire town's residents seemed to be suppressed by some invisible force. Everyone lost consciousness at the same time and slowly collapsed to the ground. The strange phenomena in the town attracted the government's high-level attention. The next morning, the military tightly sealed off the town. They sent helicopters for reconnaissance, trying to figure out what happened. However, the camera on the helicopter seemed to be affected by some kind of interference. The screen was completely gray and blurry. The commander ordered the helicopter to ascend, until the camera returned to normal. Sure enough, when the helicopter descended to a lower altitude, the image became clear. The camera showed the residents on the street who had lost consciousness. Just as the command center ordered the helicopter to return, an accident occurred. The crew members suddenly lost consciousness. The helicopter lost control, and ultimately crashed into the woods. To uncover the truth, the government decided to expand the lockdown zone and began evacuating the surrounding residents. Amy, who insisted on staying in the town, clashed with the soldiers maintaining order. As the situation grew more chaotic, people outside the town received calls from within. At that moment, the people in the town began to wake up one by one, but all the women of childbearing age were suddenly pregnant at the same time. Soon the government realized the gravity of the situation. With the help of the local government, the military gathered all the affected women at the hospital and explained the mass pregnancy event to them. Although the government still hasn't figured out the cause, they decided to abort most of the children, leaving a few to continue observation. This immediately caused some public dissatisfaction. They believed these were their children, and that they had nothing to do with what happened in the town last night. But when a group of girls who were confirmed pregnant, they had to believe what had happened to them. The women then underwent tests at the hospital. The baby's DNA was extracted from the mother's blood to determine the father's genetic material. The test results soon came in. All the babies showed normal development, but the astonishing part was, the baby's genes only showed the mother's genetic material, but there was no trace of any paternal genetic inheritance. These babies seemed to have appeared out of nowhere.